What's up, brand builder? Stephen Hurahan here at BrandMasterAcademy.com, and in this video you're going to learn what promotional pricing is, including strategy, pros and cons, so you can understand the promotional angle of pricing your products to make a strategic decision for your brand's pricing strategy. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to build brands that go beyond the visuals using strategy, psychology, and creative thinking, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to fast track your results, make sure you grab the Pro Brand Strategy Blueprint. It's a free download and the link is in the description. Now, we've pretty much all been there. We see a product on promotion and we see an opportunity. Maybe you've been thinking about that product for a while, or maybe it's brand new to you. But either way, the discount and the perceived value pulls you in. It really draws you into the opportunity, and in the end it's an easy decision. You look at what the value is and you look at what you can get it for, and it's a bit of a no-brainer. And just like that, you're pulling out your credit card and you're making that buying decision. Now, if you want to boost sales as a business, as a brand, there is no better way to do that than promotional pricing. But why is promotional pricing so effective, and how and when should and shouldn't you use the strategy? Well, that's exactly what you're going to learn in this video. So what is promotional pricing? Well, let's start with the definition first and foremost. Promotional pricing is a pricing strategy used by brands that want to drive short-term sales, and they do this by temporarily reducing the price of products or services to entice customers to buy before the offer expires, and that's often done through integrated marketing campaigns. Now, without a doubt, promotional pricing is one of the most effective strategies for driving short-term sales, and brands that leverage it effectively can expect to see spikes in sales and revenue for the period of that promotion. But although promotions tend to be associated with retailers, they're also used frequently by restaurants, gyms, airlines, and service providers, to name a few. But essentially, brands that want to drive more sales in the short term can leverage the promotional pricing strategy. Now, I've alluded to it already, but the goal of promotional pricing is to drive more sales in the short term and to boost immediate revenue and the bottom line for the quarter or for the year. And often this approach is used as part of a longer term strategy and not as a standalone approach to pricing products and services. Promotional pricing is without a doubt a highly effective strategy for driving more sales. However, its effectiveness over time does depreciate. Brands that use promotional pricing need to be aware of the pros and the cons. Now, every tactic in every strategy, from branding to football, needs consideration. If you were to make a strategic decision on promotional pricing in a silo, it would be easy to assume that if it's effective and it drives sales, then it's a no-brainer. You should use it all the time, but there are bigger implications at play. Let's take a closer look at some of the advantages and disadvantages of promotional pricing. Now, just before we do, if you have any questions, drop a comment below. And of course, if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe, and the notification bell will let you know when I have new videos just like this one. So here are some of the more compelling reasons to use promotional pricing as part of your pricing strategy. Advantage number one, increase in sales and revenue. So this is the most obvious advantage of running price promotions, and that is the injection of sales and ultimately cash into the business. Whether the additional revenue is helping to pay the bills or to boost the profits of an already impressive year, revenue and profits are the lifeblood of any successful business. Advantage number two, urgency drives action. Now, the law of scarcity is essentially the fear of missing out, and Robert Cialdini goes into this in great detail in his book, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. So if you haven't read that, I definitely recommend that you check it out. But the nature of price promotions is that they're time-bound, so they're inherently scarce. A promotion pricing strategy that's not time-bound won't have anywhere near the impact of one that is. Driven by the fear of missing out, buyers are driven to take action now to look at the value that's on offer before it's gone, before it's too late. Advantage number three, value perception favors the buyer. Now, when we go shopping for something consciously or subconsciously, we want to see some kind of value. And that's why discounted buys on higher volumes work well, even though the price is higher. It lowers the average cost per item, increasing the value to the buyer. Now, even wealthy shoppers with no restraints looking towards the top shelves of the supermarket or looking down high street, they don't want to be taken over the coals. In other words, in one way or another, we all want to see some kind of value, and promotional pricing leans the value in favor of the buyer, increasing the willingness to purchase. Advantage number 4 is an edge over the competition. So when it comes to products in direct competition with each other, pricing promotions offer the discounted products a competitive advantage. All things being equal, we're more likely to buy an identical product that's discounted than one at full price. And even if this competitive advantage is short-lived, it can impact the sales and revenue of the brand on promotion, but also its competitors as well. Advantage number 5, greater volumes equals greater buying power. Now, brands that understand their price promotion strategy in great detail through extensive research can predict with a certain degree of accuracy the likely impact of sales volumes. Now, this puts a lot more power into the hands of those kinds of businesses, allowing them to source materials in higher volumes and at lower prices, ultimately reducing their cost of production per unit. Now, of course, this is offset with a reduction in the price per unit sold, but in the lifetime value of a customer, that may be valuable to a certain brand, and they may be willing to make that trade-off for the business, knowing that by holding on to the customer long term, they will profit over time. Now, as always, with any strategic decision, the disadvantages of a given strategy or tactic must be considered. And when it comes to branding and pricing promotions, there are a few important disadvantages that you really do need to take into consideration. Disadvantage number 1, brand perception and loyalty. Now, the most important factor to consider with pricing promotions is the impact that it has on the brand's perception in the market, as well as customer loyalty. Brands that operate with regular price promotions can negatively impact the relationship that it has with customers on both ends of the price scale. Customers who purchase the brand's products at full price may very well feel cheated when they see the same products on offer at a discounted rate. Shoppers at the low price point, on the other hand, will feel disgruntled when they want to make a repeat purchase and they've seen that the price has gone up. So both sets of customers will likely feel less loyalty towards the brand, affecting the brand's overall perception in the market. Disadvantage number 2, price perception and cannibalisation. So brands that leverage price promotions regularly are sending consistent messages to their audience, and their audience is listening. The brand message that they send is this: we'll be back soon with another promotion quite soon. And repeated discounts and promotions really do affect the price perception of a brand's products, and that impacts sales outside the promotional period. So in other words, customers become trained to wait for promotions rather than to pay the regular price outside the promotion. Disadvantage number 3 are price wars. Now, price wars are a well-documented side effect of price promotions, especially in highly competitive marketplaces. Now, as we've covered earlier, discounts offer brands a short-term competitive advantage, which may result in the competition responding with their own lower discount. When brands go toe-to-toe on price promotions, it can quickly become a price war, which impacts the profits of not just the brands at war, but the entire industry as well. So in price wars, there really is only one winner, and that is the customer. Now, when it comes to pricing your products and services and setting a price perception in the market for your brand, there are many strategies that you can use. Some will give you a quick hit of dopamine and a healthy injection of funds to your bottom line, but will cannibalize your efforts long term. Others will be a slow burn and take some time to gain traction, but could garner some brand loyalty in the long run. So you need to understand your market, understand your competitors, understand your long-term position, and price accordingly. Now, if you want to learn more about pricing strategies and you want to see some types and examples, then my next video will help you out. Until next time, brand like a master, and I'll see you in the next video.